What's up everybody, Matt here at UTV Obsessions. Another great day in the shop working on side-by-sides. We've got a 2021 Polaris Pro XP 4N that ran out of oil and had an engine failure. So we're putting a brand new Polaris long block in, and of course we can't let that thing go in stock. So we're going to start with some performance parts added to this motor so we can add some strength and durability to this thing. Know that our customer, with the added boost levels that we add to this thing, the motor is going to last a little bit longer than the factory one did. So let's start out talking about the TPR billet valve cover. It's not all about looks and cosmetics. Obviously it does look a lot better than the factory one. This magnesium stock cover adds great looks to it. Some logos on the side, American flag. And then we add in the option on the older cars to add MSD coilovers, and the stock, obviously Pro XP has coilovers factory. The older cars don't have the full flow water kit on them, so you can add that to the older 2016 to 21 XP turbos, and then just the older turbo cars. They also add the cam oiling passages. So we add a new oil line coming off the block, coming up to the valve cover, and we have little squirters inside the valve cover. They're kind of hard to see on the video, but these are gonna oil the cams a lot better than factory, because we do have a lot of cam and lifter failures on these things when they lose oil. These cars lose oil a lot because a lot of people aren't running a catch can, or they're not running the TPR catch can, and they put a lot of oil back in the intake or their aftermarket catch can. We've got another video on the TPR catch can and what it does and the functions and stuff like that. This is the billet block that we'll be bolting on to the front of the block that goes to our TPR catch can. Catch can's already installed on the car, otherwise I'd show you that. And then we'll move over to the TPR timing chain tensioner. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with these. The factory ones are factory spring loaded, and they get stuck open. You start getting a lot of timing chain slap, and you don't keep adequate timing chain pressure and tension at all times. So this is going to ensure that. It's a manual timing chain tensioner, not really reinventing the wheel on anything here. Just a nice piece from TPR. It's got an O-ring seal instead of a gasket, and it's fully adjustable. And then we'll go into the Garrett slash TPR. The TPR helped design this with Garrett. They use Garrett because obviously they're the highest quality intercoolers on the market. And the factory intercoolers have a problem with cracking internally. So when that happens, the intercooler will crack internally, and you'll start getting coolant through your intake, and then the motor starts ingesting it. Another way for an engine failure that we see quite a bit of. So this is a huge upgrade. This isn't on just modified cars. This is on stock car to big boost cars. They all need it. The factory intercoolers, I've seen more of them crack on stock cars than I have on big boost cars. So it comes with all quality fittings. The other cool part is you're going to have a drain check valve for bleeding your cooling system. These things are hard to bleed, so now you have a Schrader valve that you can bleed your cooling system with. It's at the top of everything. And then he also adds a coolant temp port in case you want to check on your coolant temp for the intercooler area, so which is also nice. Of course, most things that TPR sends, I think all of the things that TPR sends, he sends ARP bolts, which just add all the bling and strength to everything. So this car is getting a Whelen Speed E85 tune with big injector dynamics, 1200cc injectors. So it'll run good. It's gonna have all the durability that we can add to the stock motor without getting into the short block, adding pistons, rods, cranks. We can get you all that stuff. This one he's gonna kind of keep with a stock turbo with more boost on the 85, and he's not going to have to worry about anything. So just because we're installing these parts on this motor on a stand, it makes it a lot easier to do this, but it's all achievable to do in the vehicle with the motor installed. Valve cover on a Pro XP, pull the bed, super easy to get to, along with the intercooler. Catch can's a little bit easier because you can pull that whole back firewall. On the XP cars, if you do the full flow water kit with the valve cover, it's a little bit tricky putting that together, but it can be done with the bed on. So you don't have to disassemble the whole car to add these parts. And you can do one at a time. You can do the intercooler, you can do the valve cover, you can do the tensioner. Obviously the tensioner, factory car, you buy your car, bring it off the showroom floor. We've pulled them out of here with 40 miles on them, and the timing chain tensioner is stuck open. So that's a great upgrade that's the first thing, one of the first things you can buy. I think they're 199 bucks. I'm on the website. Any of this stuff, we can fully add, you know, all the install instructions and stuff like that. We can help walk you through the install. The other thing that we're gonna add to this motor, because we're adding boost, is the ARP head stud kit, which can be done without pulling the head. We're gonna run one stud in at a time because this thing's got a fresh head gasket. Head's never been off yet, so we're gonna just do one stud at a time. The cams do have to come off. It's a little bit more in-depth install, but it can be done. So we're gonna go through some of the installs on this. We're gonna watch Fred put some parts on this motor and watch it go in the car. We appreciate you guys watching our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe below, drop a comment. If you want to see any other videos or specialized videos of us installing just the intercooler or just the head studs, comment below. We're down to do this, and we really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoy.